As RuneScape players, we're always looking for the most efficient training methods. Well, today I'm showcasing the absolute fastest XP per hour methods for every skill. A number of these aren't a viable way to train since they cost so much money, but I'm also going to include the fastest viable methods. So methods that won't cost you billions for 99. I'll be going in order from the most XP per hour to the least, so the fastest skills are first. Let's get into it. The fastest XP in the game is obtainable with the construction skill. With 25 magic stones, you can create a demonic throne, which gives 25,000 construction XP. You can ask a butler to fetch magic stones from the bank, allowing you to sit here endlessly like other construction training methods. This gets you 14 mil per hour in construction XP, but it's going to cost 13 bill per hour. If you wanted 200 million construction XP, you could get it in only 15 hours, but it's going to cost you 185 bill. If you were to buy bonds, it's going to cost 246,000 US dollars to get to 200 mil. Demonic thrones are unlocked at level 99 and are obviously very expensive, so the fastest viable construction method is making gnome benches with mahogany planks. Since you're able to remove one and start building the next one on the same game tick, these are faster than making mahogany tables, and you can earn over 1 million XP per hour. The next fast method is for both smithing and crafting. After the Song of the Elves quest, you can create enhanced crystal keys at the Singing Bowl. This uses a regular crystal key and 10 crystal shards, and it gives 500 XP in both smithing and crafting per key. This requires level 80 in both of the skills to do, and is by far the fastest XP in the game for both of these skills. You get around 2.2 million XP per hour in each one, so 4.4 mil an hour in total XP. This is very expensive though. It's over 500 GP per XP. So from 80 to 99 smithing and crafting, it's going to cost you 6.3 bill, but you'll get both skills to 99 in just over 5 hours. With smithing, the fastest viable method is making gold bars at the blast furnace. And for crafting, the fastest that won't break the bank is creating black d'hide bodies. And both of these methods are nowhere near as fast as crystal singing. These first two methods that I've shown cost a lot of GP to show off, and thanks to today's video sponsor, I was able to buy a lot of bonds to showcase them. The sponsor of today's video is Hero Wars. Hero Wars is an online idle fantasy RPG available on iOS, Android, and PC. In the game, you power up your heroes, unlock new skills, and train your army to fight bosses and mobs. There's 13 chapters in the campaign, with 190 missions to complete. Here's 7 handy tips on dealing with the main boss, Archdemon. Firstly, you beat up his mobs, loot the awesome stuff that they drop, and become a legend of the gym. Don't forget to bring all of your best gear. Next, recruit some tough allies into your gang. Complete a few missions, and get some practice in online battles. And remember, even the most dangerous boss can be brought down with the right team. So welcome to Hero Wars. Join the game now and get a super chest with 5 top heroes, one of which is a secret, as well as 600 emeralds and 30,000 gold. Hero Wars is available on any device, so scan this QR code or download the game from the link down in the description. See you in Hero Wars. The next fastest method is fletching dragon darts. This requires 95 fletching and can earn you 3 mil XP an hour on average and above 4 mil an hour at high efficiency. Dragon darts aren't all that expensive compared to the previous methods that I've shown. For every million fletching XP that you get, you'll spend 9 mil, so it's 9 GP per XP. From 95 to 99, it's going to cost 120 mil, but it's only going to take you 2 hours. Prayer is the next skill on the list, and hypothetically, the fastest XP per hour can be earned from fossils on Fossil Island, but it does take many hours to stock up on enough to use in a full hour. So the fastest consistent method, which is also a fairly viable method, is 1 ticking superior dragon bones at altars, which can earn 1.3 to 1.7 mil XP per hour. The Chaos Altar in the Wilderness is the fastest XP, since you can unnote bones outside side, and you also spend more time at the altar since there's a 50% chance of saving a bone. Although, there's a good chance of being PK'd, which will affect your XP per hour. So for the best consistency, one-ticking superiors with a bone runner in a player-owned house is the fastest. Next up, we have farming, and if you do a simple tree run of 6 trees and 6 fruit trees in 10 minutes, you'll get 190k XP in that time. So per hour, that's 1.1 million farming XP, but you obviously can't consistently do this for hours on end, so it's not really a fast XP method. The fastest consistent method is planting bagged plants in your player-owned house, but this is extremely expensive. With tall box hedges, 1 million farming XP will cost you 125 mil, so I wouldn't suggest doing this method and stick to tree runs. Cooking is the next fastest, where cooking karambwans using the one-tick method can earn you just under 1 mil XP an hour. You actually profit quite a bit out of this method, but it is tricky to consistently one-tick. So if you're not a fan of one-ticking, making wines is the fastest viable cooking method. Next is Herblore, and the fastest Herblore method involves one-ticking again. The highest level potion that you can one-tick is Extended Anti-Fires. One-ticking these is a little tricky, since you do have to move your mouse a lot more than the other methods. But doing this efficiently gets you almost 900k Herblore XP per hour. Personally, I wouldn't do this method since there's so much clicking. So the fastest viable method out there is making Ancient Brews, which are fairly new to old school, and making these gets you about 520k Herblore XP per hour. Ranged is next on the list, and using Black Chin Chompers in the Monkey Madness 2 caves can get you over 1 mil XP an hour with 99 ranged. This assumes that you're using the Dragon Bone Necklace with the Bone Crusher, which keeps your prayer points high, so you don't waste any time banking or drinking prayer potions. This method is also the fastest hit points XP in the game, earning you around 250k XP per hour. It's also one of the fastest defense methods if you select the long fuse attack style. Since you do attack slower on the long fuse style, your XP rate ends up maxing out at about 400k range XP and 400k defense XP. But in a moment, I will show you a faster defense method. At level 87 magic, you can start enchanting Onyx bolts, and if you one-tick these, you can get better XP rates than bursting and barraging at maximum, so if you don't miss a single game tick, you'll get 580k XP per hour. It's very hard to do that though, so you'll more likely get around 500k. Since one-ticking is a lot of work, the best other method is barraging in the Monkey Madness 2 caves. Doing this can get you up to 400k magic XP per hour, which isn't that much less than enchanting Onyx bolts. And you do also get hit points XP. Both barraging and enchanting Onyx bolts cost around the same amount of money. At 90 firemaking, you can burn redwood logs, and these are the fastest firemaking XP in the game, faster than the Winter Todd. With some focus, you can earn 510k firemaking XP per hour, whereas at the same level at the Winter Todd, you'll only max out at around 330k. So redwoods are almost double the speed, but getting from 90 to 99 will cost 9 mil, and that's not that expensive, but the Winter Todd is profitable. Next on the list is melee combats, so attack, strength, and also defense. Using the energy transfer spell on alt accounts, you can constantly use special attacks to get huge XP drops. The Din's Bulwark is best for this, since you can damage up to 10 enemies at once in a 10 by 10 area. So doing this at Necraels in the Catacombs of Kurend, you can get over 420k XP per hour with 2 spec transfer alts. This obviously isn't a viable method for most players since no one really has 2 spare accounts with energy transfer, but it is the fastest method in the game. Without an ult, the fastest method is within the Nightmare Zone, using full Darox on low hit points and using Dragon Claws and a Granite Maul with the Power Surge power-up. This power-up constantly regenerates your special attack, allowing you to keep getting massive XP drops. You can also take advantage of overloads, which you can't do in the main game. At level 91 Thieving, you unlock the 8th floor of Pyramid Plunder. If you only loot the 7th and 8th floor, so the two highest ones, you can get up to 270k Thieving XP per hour, which is the fastest in the game. Hunter is the next skill, and birdhouse runs are effectively the fastest Hunter XP per hour, but only until level 80 Hunter. Even if you do efficient redwood birdhouse runs, your hourly XP rate only averages 220k. At 80 Hunter, you unlock the ability to place 6 traps at a time in the wilderness. So if you're catching black-chin chompers with 3-tick trap placement, you can get up to 220k XP per hour at 80 and 240 at 99. But if you bring along an alt to kill stray chin chompers, you can get 235k at 80, and at maximum, you can get 280k XP per hour at 99. So there's 6 skills to go, and all of these happen to be the slower skills in the game. First, we have woodcutting, and woodcutting is a skill that I prefer to train AFK, but with tick manipulation, it can be trained pretty fast. On Fossil Island, if you have teak trees planted, you can do 1.5 tick woodcutting. This is pretty click intensive, and is somewhat similar to 3-tick woodcutting. If you do it correctly, you get a chance to chop 2 logs instead of 1 log, which makes it a 1.5 tick method instead of 3-tick. At 99 woodcutting, you can earn up to 220k XP per hour, which is very fast compared to the AFK woodcutting methods. Of course, runecrafting is near the bottom of this list, and the fastest runecrafting methods in the game involve using essence runners so that you don't have to bank. Hiring 4 runecrafting runners at Lava Runes gets you 200k XP per hour, and that's possible at only 23 runecrafting. Getting to 99 will cost you around 1.7 bill in runners fees, so this is a very expensive way to train. By creating boots from the crystals you get from Cerberus, you can earn up to 350k XP per hour, although it's extremely expensive, where 99 will cost over 4 bill. Fishing is next, and the fastest fishing method in the game is 2-tick swordfish. This requires you to be attacked every 2 game ticks, so for the best efficiency, you'll want to do this in the fishing guild for the fishing boost with an alt. Although, you can still do this without an alt in the Piscarilius house on Zaya. Doing this can get you up to 135k XP per hour with 99 fishing. Mining is another slow skill, and the fastest method in the game is 3-tick 4 granite. This is done at the quarry in the desert, and with tick manipulation, you can get 130k XP per hour at 99. Second last, we have Slayer, and this is a little hard to pin down an XP rate since there's so many Slayer tasks. For fast Slayer, you should aim to block and skip tasks that you can't burst or cannon. On burstable tasks, you should also be using the Bracelet of Slaughter to extend them and prolong the fast XP rates. Burstable tasks get you 50 to over 100k Slayer XP per hour depending on the task and your gear. God Tormentor, who is rank 9 in Old School, shared with us his 6 hours of efficient slaying. Doing burstable tasks, he averaged 90k XP an hour over 6 hours, and 90k per hour is also known as the efficient slayer rate. And the last one on the list is everybody's favorite skill, agility. At 92, so when you unlock floor 5 of the Hallowed Sepulchre, you can earn up to 95k agility XP per hour if you don't loot anything and you're highly efficient. Some players have even recorded XP rates above 100k, but realistically, you'll want to be looting since it is very profitable. When looting, it brings down the XP rate by 20k per hour. So those are the fastest methods for every skill in Old School. A few of these are extremely expensive and not worth doing, but a lot of these are also great methods to use. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Old School content. Be sure to download Hero Wars using the link in the description, and a big thanks to them for sponsoring this video. Thanks for watching.